Here's a list of the top 10 Turkish dramas about pretend relationships and contract marriages. This video will be perfect for those who love when characters slowly and unexpectedly develop deep feelings for each other. Adenising, Prisoner of Love. One of the top contract marriage Turkish dramas, it centers on a wealthy man who marries a working class girl to calm his ill sister. He does so only for 6 months in exchange for money. However, things don't go as planned and their contract marriage develops into something more. Adenising is one of those series where you can enjoy the great chemistry between the leads. It's something that makes it exceptional and pleasant to watch. However, the series doesn't have the proper end and that's the minus. Sia Insi, Black Pearl. Hazal, beautiful young girl, is engaged with Kanan, handsome young fisherman. The day before their wedding, Hazal is forced to marry Vural, successful businessman who fall in love with her since the first time he saw her working on his birthday party as a waitress. Vural's first wife Naz was just like Hazal, and that's the reason why Vural fell in love with her so much. Since Naz died 2 years ago, and now he finds a replacement for her in Hazal. The story is telling us about the love story between Kanan, who thought Hazal dumped him just for money and higher society life, and who became a successful businessman with the aim of avenging them, and Hazal, who tries to forget all she has been through and the way Vural stole her dreams in youth, and of course Vural, who is still waiting for Hazal to love him as much as she loves Kenan. Kara Sevda, Endless Love. Kamal Soydri is the son of a middle-class family. Nihan is the daughter of wealthy socialites Ondar and Vildan. She also has a twin brother, Ozan, whom she loves dearly. Ondar's business is slowly coming to an end and Vildan unable to give up a luxurious life and wants Nihan to marry Emir, who holds a deep love for Nihan. But Nihan is appalled to the idea as she despises Emir for she finds him ruthless and arrogant. In his last year in mining engineering, Kamal meets Nihan when the latter helps her buy a bus ticket. The pair fall hopelessly in love at first sight and Nihan completely changes Kamal's monotonous life. Love is impossible because of the class difference between them. But they manage to be together. That is until Emir stages an accident that results in Ozan killing a girl. To prevent Ozan from going to jail, Nihan agrees to marry Emir. The next day, she goes to meet Kemal at the port where he proposes to her when between tears, Nihan sadly turns down his marriage proposal and ends their relationship. Heartbroken Kemal leaves Istanbul and goes to Zonguldak to work in the mines. He isolates himself in his work and one day, following his actions to help in an accident at the mine, Kemal is promoted and assumes a position of power in the company. 5 years later, Kemal makes the decision to return to Istanbul to face his past. Harkai. In the center of the story is the fate of a young man named Miran, whose parents died through the fault of a man who became his mortal enemy. In order to avenge their death, Miran decides on classic revenge. He seduces Rayhan to destroy the girl, thereby depriving his enemy of the only creature dear to him, his daughter. Yemen, The Promise. Rehan is a country girl, humble, kind and caring, who promises to marry the son of old family friend Hikmat after he reveals a terminal diagnosis. Hikmat is worried about what will become of his family fortune if left to his frivolous son and greedy wife, whose only concern is to cement her place among Istanbul's high society. Amir is his son in question, a rebel who prefers to take risks and fritter away his father's hard-earned money rather than work in the family business. He agrees to the marriage, but with his own promise. He vows to make life miserable for Rehan to the extent that she will divorce him, proving to his father that he should be allowed to make his own decisions in life. Yet, as the torments begin, Amir starts to question why this innocent girl should suffer while it is his father that he wants punished. And as he softens, Rehan sees a gentler side to him, something that she finds impossible to resist. Ask Yeniden, Love Again. Zeynep is a headstrong, beautiful and brave girl. Zeynep's father, also known as Derin Sevkat, is a brave and angry fisherman, but he is very fond of Zeynep. One day Zeynep meets a boy named Artan and falls in love with him. Zeynep defies everyone and flees to America with Artan. She is very happy, but this happiness lasts until she finds out that she is pregnant because Artan doesn't want the baby and asks Zeynep to abort the baby. Then Zeynep and Artan fight. After that day, Zeynep could not hear from Artan, but she gave birth to the baby. Zeynep decides to go back after she has survived 8 months in America with a newborn baby. On the plane, he meets another Turkish passenger, Fatih. Zeynep, who loved her loved ones, her only family, and her life behind, fled to America after Artan, whom she fell in love with, and returns to Turkey with her disappointments and her baby. On the other hand, it is time for Fatih who went to America for education to return to his country, to his family with his disappointments. Fatih is the only son of a deep-rooted and wealthy family named Sakar Sizaze. For this reason, her mother Muqaddas tried to raise her with great care and discipline. And even the girl she was going to marry was chosen when she was only 60 years old, Iram. Iram is very much in love with Fatih, but Fatih is not in love with Iram. That's why Fatih went to America to postpone his marriage with the excuse of studying, fell in love with the girl there and proposed to her, but he got no answer. So he decides to return and meets another helpless passenger, Zainab, on the plane. Even if the house game that Fatih offers to Zainab makes sense to both of them at first, this game will put them and their families in a very funny, very interesting and very difficult situation. But in this game, they will find the real love they are looking for or think they have lost with each other. Very funny adventures. Sia Beas asks, price of passion. When Dr. Asli decides to help out someone and sees something she shouldn't have seen, she learns two things. 1. She accidentally helped a mafia leader. 2. He wants to kill her. That drastically changes as Farhad, the mafia leader, finds out Asli has a brother in the police department. Not wanting to make the situation worse, Farhad gives the doctor an ultimatum. Marry him and take his last name or die. Afili asks, love trap. Karam is the handsome and flirtatious son of the Yigitar family, one of the oldest textile manufacturers in Istanbul. With his creative intelligence, he has made the family company, which is about to succumb to time, the leader of the sector with his startup work. He did, but his father didn't become a man in Mohsin's eyes. Because Karam is someone who lives his life with the motto of eating, drinking, traveling, dusting and getting honey from every flower. Working as a worker in Karam's workshop, Aisha is a smart, beautiful girl with a benevolent heart who lives a colorless and unpleasant life under the control of her two older brothers, one of whom is a despot and the other a benevolent one. Her only hope is to marry Burke, whom she has been in love with for a while, and leave this life behind. However, when her brothers want to marry her to Sabri, the rich boy of the neighborhood, Aisha tells Burke that they need to get married as soon as possible. Hearing this, Burke disappears. While she was a modest, pure and good-hearted neighborhood girl, Aisha, who was hit by blows from both her family and her love life, decides to do something for herself for the first time in her life. Karam, who is the biggest factor in making this decision, is also unaware that he will be the victim of Aisha. Aisha becomes the founder of the game by making the move that will bind Karam and herself together for life. But this game will get in their feet in a way that they cannot get out of. Kalp Hirasi, Heart Wound. Ferit is the cherished heir apparent of one of the well-established families of Antakya. Aisha, on the other hand, is a lively young girl living in Istanbul who has managed to stand on her own feet. Ferit, who is about to marry Hande, the daughter of the Baroglu family, the choice of his family, confronts the facts before the wedding and his world turns upside down. Shaken by betrayal, Ferit's path crosses with Aisha. The two find themselves in a difficult marriage game after their accidental meeting. The story, which takes place in Antakya, an ancient land that is a cradle of civilizations, turns into a true love story by testing friendship with love, past with the future, and passion with patience.